In 2010, AI couldn't reliably recognize a dog in a photo. But by 2015, it could transcribe your voice, label every object in an image, and translate languages in real time. What changed? Deep learning. Not just faster computers, but a brand new way to build intelligence. And once it arrived, everything in AI started accelerating. Old school AI needed humans to tell it what to look for, measure the angle of this edge, count the red pixels. That worked okay until the real world got messy. Deep learning flipped the script. Instead of hand engineering features, we gave the system raw data and let it learn what matters. It stacked multiple layers of transformations, each building on the previous one. The result? A model that could learn to understand without being told how. So, is deep learning just a fancy name for neural networks? Not quite. A neural network is a system of artificial neurons connected in layers. Deep learning is a subset of that idea, specifically referring to neural networks with many hidden layers. But it's not just about stacking more. Deep learning also introduced new architectures like convolutional layers, which scan for patterns across space. Better training tools like ReLU, Rectified Linear Unit, a fast way to filter signals, and safety nets like Dropout, which prevent overfitting by hiding parts of the network during training. Think of neural networks as a concept. Deep learning is the breakthrough that made them work at scale. Let's take speech recognition, turning voice into text. Traditional systems would look for features like pitch, volume, energy bursts, but they would break when your accent changed or if the room got noisy. With deep learning, we feed in raw waveforms, nothing pre-processed. The early layers learn edges in sound. Middle layers recognize phonemes, and deeper layers form likely words and match context. The system teaches itself what hello or pizza sounds like across any voice, any background. That's why Siri and Google Assistant became useful only after 2015, not before. But few years before that, in 2012, something huge happened. A deep learning model named AlexNet entered a global image recognition challenge called ImageNet. It crushed every traditional AI system, cutting error rates in half. It used 8 deep layers, ReLU activations, and GPUs, the graphical processing units, for training. The message was clear. Deep neural networks trained on big data could beat humans at perception tasks. This was the true beginning of the modern AI era. So, what's actually happening inside a deep network? At a high level, the input layer takes in raw data. Hidden layers perform learned transformations, and the output layer makes a prediction. Early layers detect simple patterns like frequency changes or corners. Later layers combine those into concepts like word boundaries or cat face. Each layer feeds into the next, gradually converting noise into meaning. It's not magic, it's mathematics. But with enough data and layers, the system builds an internal understanding. Deep learning did not succeed just because of one idea. It needed three ingredients to finally work. First was massive data, millions of labeled examples. Second was the computational power, especially graphical processing units. And the third was the architectural innovation, layers within layers, activations, regularization. Without these, neural networks were mostly toys. But with them, they became tools and soon platforms. Deep learning is not perfect. It's a black box, hard to interpret. It needs huge data sets and careful tuning, and it can be fragile. Add a tiny noise to an image and it might think a panda is a gibbon. Powerful? Yes, but not always trustworthy. Deep learning brought AI to vision, speech, and prediction. But something was still missing: context. That's where transformers came in. In the next episode, we will explore how they changed language, reasoning, and gave rise to models like ChatGPT. Stay with us as we unbox AI one layer at a time. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel Kaizen Smarter.